custom-built quality.
Hello, hello, hello. Greetings. Hello, everyone. Welcome to How to Launch a Six-Figure Software as a Service Business in 48 hours or less. You don't need any coding, any employees, and you don't need to hire expensive developers. I'm so excited you're here because what I'm about to share with you has the power to completely transform the way you think about building a business. Over this next few minutes, it's going to be powerful. These next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to launch your own profitable company. No coding, no employees, no developers. You don't have to wait months, years, weeks, or even days. It can be done in hours, right? My goal today is simple. I'm going to pull back the curtain on a system that allows everyday entrepreneurs, people like you and me, to step into the fastest growing business model in the world. And that business model is SaaS, software as a service. And the best part, you don't need to be a tech genius to do it. Let me ask you all a quick question. How many of you have ever had a big business idea, but the tech side completely overwhelmed you? Put some hands in the chat, right? I've been there. I thought success meant I needed to spend hundreds of $1,000s on hiring coders and waiting years, praying that it worked. And all I did was waste my most valuable commodity, which is time. I wasted my money and I nearly gave up. But then I discovered something powerful, a cheat code that let me launch, scale, and sell software without touching a single line of code. That cheat code is what I'm going to share with you today. So here's what's going to happen during our time together. First, I'm going to show you why SaaS, software as a service, is the number one wealth building model today. It's a 270 plus billion-dollar industry. Then I'll show you how RxFlow is going to let you launch your very own profitable business instantly. Then finally, I'm going to give you a couple ways you can partner with us today, no matter your budget, your skill level, or your expertise. If that sounds good, let me see some ones in the chat. Let me see some ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. Awesome. Grab a pen, shut down your distractions, and lean in because the next hour might just be the most profitable hour you've ever spent online, right? So while you're here, let's be real for a second. We're all here for the money. We're trying to get to these bags, right? The software world isn't just the future, it's the present. Right now, as I said earlier, SaaS is a 270 plus billion-dollar industry. Now let that number sink in for a minute. That means that SaaS is not just a trend, it's a tidal wave of wealth being created every single day. And now you have a choice to make. You can either get in the game and build a real business that prints money, or you can sit on the sidelines watching other people get rich while you wonder, what if? See, I'm not here to blow smoke or sell you some BS dream. I'm here to show you the exact proven blueprint for how you can claim your share of this massive industry without learning the code, without hiring an expensive development team, and not risking hundreds of thousands of dollars of your own capital like I did. Now, you might be thinking, that sounds great, but that's not for me. I'm not a tech genius. Well, neither was I. Let me take you back. I'm not a coder. I don't have a development team sitting in some fancy office. I'm just like you. I'm passionate. I'm a passionate entrepreneur who wants a system, a real system that could automate my efforts and scale a legitimate business. I've hit wall after wall. I've lost money until I discovered a cheat code. This cheat code changed everything, right? This was the ultimate shortcut. I want you to imagine this for a minute. Imagine 99% of the hard work is done for you. The coding is done, the updates, the security, the core platform, everything already done for you. All you have to do is put your name on it. It's the closest thing to printing money. Fully built automated machine, and all you got to do is put your name on it. But this isn't just, it's not just a theory, it's not just my story. This is the proven path, right? It's worked time and time again, not just for me, but we're talking about for other real people, coaches, agencies, consultants, anyone who's plugged into this model and they've been able to scale to four, five, six, seven, even eight figures, right? And they didn't have to build it from scratch. It was already built. The question is no longer if this is possible. The question is, are you ready to step off the sidelines and into your own story, step into your own purpose? The door is now open. I'm about to show you what's on the other side. So, who was Stephen Thompson? Greetings. Some of you know me, some of you don't, right? I am the founder of AurxFlow. I'm an author. I'm an accountant. I'm a NLP certified coach. I have my own accounting firm. I have a publishing company. I have a travel agency, and I have a marketing firm. I'm what they call a serial entrepreneur. I've had plenty success in business, and I've had plenty setbacks in business, right? I've made money and I've lost money. Um, like I said, I'm not a coder. I don't have a computer science degree. I don't have a team of developers on speed dial. All I have is a vision. right? And like so many entrepreneurs, I tried to build it the hard way. I spent months, I've spent a small fortune trying to outsource app development, right? Before this system, I tried to build my own apps. Forget about it. Forget about it, right? Very expensive and very much a waste of my most valuable commodity, which is my time, right? I poured everything I had into building the plane and trying to fly the plane at the same time, and I just kept crashing to the ground. I was on the verge of giving up, not to mention my health. I was thinking that maybe, maybe this game is not for me. Maybe I'm gonna just leave this to the techies. Then I discovered the secret that changed everything. It was the ultimate cheat code. Suddenly I realized I didn't need to build the plane. I just needed to learn how to fly a plane that was already built and ready to fly, right? I was just like you, searching for a real legitimate answer that didn't involve insane risk, decades to learn something, and it didn't take all my money, right? And that exact system, the one that pulled me out of the cycle of frustration and finally delivered the automated, scalable business I wanted. That's what I'm going to show you today, right? I tried a bunch of things, and all they did was burn a hole in my pocket, course after course, system after system. I was beginning to think that entrepreneurship was one of the hardest things you could ever do in life, but I was wrong, right? It was a lot of sleepless nights, stress, a lot of hats to wear, money spent on ads, and there's so many things to be done that there's not even enough time in a day. I was going in circles. I was burning through my savings, like I said, until I discovered a cheat code to automate 90% of my tasks. And what we're going to cover today is number one, the big problem. Number two, why software as a service? Number three, the limiting beliefs. Number four, the old way versus the AurxFlow way. And number five, how to partner with us no matter your situation. Right? So the big problem is the traditional business model. This model often relies on physical locations, set hours, local marketing, and that severely limits your reach and scalability. The traditional business model struggles. It struggles to keep up in the market in the digital age, right? It struggles. It's vulnerable to disruption. I like to tell a lot of people that you can't have an analog mind in a digital age, right? Number two, second problem, huge upfront investment, right? The traditional business model requires significant capital for inventory, real estate, equipment before you earn your first dollar, right? That creates a major barrier to entering the market. It puts you in financial risk, and failure could mean devastating personal debt, right? Again, thinking analog in a digital world. Then you have number three problem, which is the learning curve. The founder, owner, whatever title you give yourself, you must become an expert in every operational area. You have to learn accounting, marketing, and all of that is time consuming and it diverts your energy and focus from your core strategy. And when mistakes happen, which they will, it could be very costly and it definitely can stunt your growth. And then number four, the problem, constant overhead. So fixed expenses like rent, utilities, salaries, they must be paid regardless of your revenue. That creates relentless financial pressure. You can't have employees that you can't pay. So this inflexibility makes it difficult to adapt to during slow periods or economic downturns, right? And that threatens your survival because every business gets a slow period, right? And you don't want that to be the end of your business, right? So why software as a service? Software as a service is near and dear to my heart because as SaaS entrepreneurs, we're innovators. We create, we build, and we lead, right? We focus on delivering software solutions through the cloud, often on a subscription-based model, which leads to recurring revenue. We solve we solve business problems from any challenges in the business to improving customer success. Customer success. We drive sustainable growth. We empower businesses with actionable advice and actionable digital tools. That means tools that really work. So in the software as a service world, we're not just tech founders, we're visionaries, right? We understand customer needs and we build platforms that redefine industries. The most successful entrepreneurs have an exceptional ability to blend technical expertise with valuable insights drawn from our content creation days, right? And the good thing about now is you don't even need technical expertise. That's done for you. You just need a clear, concise way to communicate and let the system do it for you, right? Um, so here's the evolving partner model as SaaS grows. So we start with the foundational partnership, and that refers to essential building blocks and fundamental principles that establish and support a strong, effective, and sustainable relationship between partners. Um, so that model emphasizes core elements like shared values, transparent communication, mutual trust, and a commitment to shared goals and clear partnership agreements and yada yada yada, right? Then it moved to integrated partnerships, right? Um, Integrated partnerships mean that it's a strategic collaboration where two or more organizations or entities join forces. They often combine their technologies, their services, their expertise to create a more comprehensible and valuable offering for their shared customers or clients. So, unlike traditional partnerships, integrated partnerships involve deeply embedding or connecting different products, services, or systems to provide a seamless and enhanced user experience. And they drive innovation. They achieve shared business goals like increase market reach, customer loyalty, and revenue growth, right? And today the today the system is what we call um, diverse ecosystems, and that's a collaboration of all companies focusing on growth, right? um, and this can be done through our system as a regular person. Let me tell you a story, right? um, Jason Van de Boom, I believe that is his name. He's the founder and CEO of Active Campaign. I don't know if you heard of, if anybody has heard of Active Campaign, throw one in the chat. Okay, so some of you have heard of Active Campaign, right? It's a popular platform and it offers marketing automation, email marketing, and customer retention methods, right? So in 2001, Magic started as a niche side project in the UK, right? So these are all um, SaaS businesses from regular people, right? Um, so Active Campaign started slow. I believe it was like something like a $5,000 investment, and it grew to 20 plus $1 million a year, right? And then there's a company called Text Magic, and it started as like a side project, right? I believe it was I think his name was Prit Vekma, if I'm not mistaken. I might be pronouncing it wrong, right? And he saw the potential in SMS marketing, right? And he focused and expanded on improving usability. And today, text message it has a diverse customer base, and it generates over $14 million a year, right? And I guess I know all of you have heard of this guy, Russell Brunson. Go ahead, throw one in the chat. He's like the OG. He's the OG of digital marketing and online marketing, right? And he started ClickFunnels, I believe. Yeah, it's definitely ClickFunnels. He started ClickFunnels, I believe it was 2014. And I believe like either the first or the second year, um, they grossed $1 billion in revenue, right? And today in 2025, if I'm not mistaken, it's $1 billion in revenue per year, right? So SaaS is very profitable. It doesn't take a rocket scientist, not in today's time and age, right? It just takes a vision. And what's your vision, right? So, which brings us to the old way of doing things versus the RX Flow way of doing things, right? So, RxFlow is a platform that represents a significant evolution from the traditional model by addressing, core limitations and introducing innovative automation-driven solutions, right? So unlike conventional SaaS, which often involves complex setup, limited customization, and ongoing maintenance burdens, RxFlow levels we leverage AI and integrated tools to create a seamless, efficient experience for businesses. And here's why we stand out, right? Um, Traditional SaaS platforms frequently require lengthy development cycles. I'm talking about this is where we go to hundreds of thousands of dollars and development, right? And it takes months, years sometimes, right? And you're not guaranteed um, that your product is going to be working or worth it. And by the time you get your product to market, the market could have totally passed you by, right? So we enable users to create um, fully functional websites, apps, and funnels in minutes, right? Through our AI driven automation, right? This reduces your time to market and eliminates dependencies on technical staff and developers. Like for instance, our smart website builder transforms a simple prompt into a smart website, right? A optimized um, site, right? It bypasses the need for coding and design expertise, right? So everything on this platform is done by a prompt, right? So it's an idea. It's a carefully thought out idea, right? We turn it into a prompt and we simply press the go button, right? Everything on this platform is done in minutes. It's minutes. The only thing that will take you longer than maybe 10 to 20 minutes to create is your funnels or your website. That's a little more detail and your apps, right? Your apps, especially how detailed the app is and all of the moving parts for the app. It may take you a little more than maybe 10 minutes, 15, 20 at the most. Um, and the only reason I'm saying 20 is because you may have to tweak it a little bit, maybe tell it to do some other things. And once that's done, your whole system is on autopilot, right? So RX Flow is dedicated to ease of use and speed, right? We want to be able to take an idea and bring it to market that day, right? That day, right? So less time, less headaches, quicker production, less money. That's the RX flow way versus the old way of doing things, right? And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, without further ado, is a live demo on our platform. All right. So again, this platform emphasizes ease of use and speed, right? So I'm gonna just there's so many possibilities. I'm going to run through them for you. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because we offer a 14-day free trial where you can test this out on your own and you can see if it's for you or not, right? So, we have, first of all, we have training for each app, right? We have videos for each app. We have live trainings twice a week on Sundays and Tuesdays, and those trainings are recorded, so you can access them at any time. You can keep going back and back and back, right? So I'm just going to briefly go through a few of these a few of the apps on the platform that you'll probably be using and show you the speed and ease of use. Okay, if you're ready, let's go. So we're going to let's start with hyper realistic AI images. Long name, right? So everything here is done from a prompt, right? Let me show you some. I know I got some. It's done from a prompt. So let's see a few different images that I've created, right? Let me show you how I've created them. And let's start with that prompt. And or we can just create the image ideas, right? Because we can create one image or we can create image ideas based off of the business we're trying to promote, right? So what business are we trying to promote? Let's say the business is aerospace, uh, aerospace, spaceship. Is that one word or two? Spaceship technology. Bomb. And then we'll hit create image and we're going to get 20 image ideas. 20 image ideas, right? Which is, oh my God, it's so amazing. And you can time it, put it on a timer. 20 image ideas and what? Less than 2 minutes. Okay, and as you see down here, this is your aspect ratio, meaning whatever platform you're gonna be using, this is this is this is how you just transfer the images, right? So if you're going to, I believe that's a landscape, a square, if you're going to go long, right? And so we have 20, one of 20 different image ideas, right? So let's see. We'll choose the first one, a company developing cutting edge aerospace and spaceship technology, pristine launch pad, a gleaming spaceship, and preparing for takeoff with a vibrant blue sky in the background. We'll just click on create and that's what it's going to do, right? Again, we emphasize speed and ease of use, right? No tech skills. You just have to have a vision and an imagination. If you don't have those things, I don't know how you survive in life, let alone business. Look at that. Less than what? A minute? We we have a beautiful image, right? Let's change the aspect and let's change the idea, right? We got 20 ideas. 20 ideas that we can choose from. So 20 ideas, 20 different images, and how long? So to content creators, that means 20 pieces of content. Look at that. Huh? Don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. Period. Like, look at that. Company development, right? Enthusiastic young students are gathered around a futuristic spacecraft during a tour. Hey, don't take my word for it, right? And that's images, right? Now, with all of the other images, you got hero images for ads and stuff like that, right? Same thing, create an image idea. So we'll create image ideas. What we're trying to promote, Nonfiction books. Let's put that in. Let's see what happens. Nonfiction books. Right? Everything's done from a prompt. Create the image ideas. You're going to get 20 more image ideas, right? Look at that. We got two beautiful images in less than 5 minutes. Look at the speed, right? Look at the ease of use. You can click on the microphone and speak it into the, you don't have to type. You can speak it into the prompt box and you can have whatever you want in minutes. All right. So now we got 20 more ideas. And now, okay, this is a little more in depth. So we'll just leave it as it is and we'll just change the aspect ratio, right? And there's advanced options. If we clicked on advanced options, um, color palette, lighting, composition, all of that good stuff, right? Target audience, image type, right? You can customize all of that, right? And just click by click, right? And again, you got 14 days to try the system for free. Absolutely no obligation, right? And you get to play around for it. Or in the trial period, imagine in the trial period that you um create a business that actually makes you money before you even have to pay for the trial, right? That's how fast this is. In 14 days, I probably can create 14 different products, right? 14 different apps, and then go to small businesses and sell those apps for three, four, $5,000, and then come back and the pay for the system for the whole year. You know what I'm saying? Like 14 days is if you're creative and you're really about your entrepreneurial spirit and on your grind, you can create unlimited opportunities in 14 days. So it's nothing. Like that's four images in less than 10 minutes, right? We have the two spaceships, the two book images, right? Let's just see what happens when you change the color palette, the isolation and the photorealism, right? And we're just going to use the same image idea to see what the difference is, right? Because all of the tech, all of the everything's built in, right? This is AI and in its beginning stages. So imagine a year from now, the possibilities. Look at that. Realistic photorealism images, right? So you go from illustration to um, realistic images, right? And that's your hero images. You use hero images for ads. You got scroll stopping ads, right? You got a logo maker. Same idea, right? Business product name, SaaS company. Um, if you scroll down, you can customize it. You can make it abstract, whatever. You could pick the style. I think my favorite style is like classic. Well, you can choose modern or you can let it do its work for you, right? So these are some of the images that they've you know done for me, right? And I let it pick. Um, I let it pick for me. We're gonna do an emblem. We're gonna do a modern emblem and create a logo, right? And not only for your business, but you can use these services as a service for other people. Like you don't have to be as imaginative and business savvy. You can just create you can sell everything on this platform as a service. That's why the SaaS model is the number one model in the world. Look at that. We got a logo, four images, four logo images to pick from, plus four other images. And what are we going on? 10 minutes now? 10 minutes. Like I said, lightning fast, speed, and ease of use, right? The only thing that may take you a little longer is the funnels or the websites because you have to click and drive and click and drag and paste images and change your copy, your ad copy and all of that stuff. So but it's let me show you how easy it is, right? So you would start, create a funnel manually, name it, right? Easy. We'll name it. Easy, right? Then you'll have templates to choose from. I'll just select the template, right? And then we'll go back in and customize it, right? That's why I say it takes a little, that process right there will take a little more time because you have to go in and edit the page, and you would add your welcome page, your thank you page, and your buttons. You would have to link your buttons. You set an action, um, whether it's a URL, you put the URL there. So the URL would be www.RxFlow. Let's just say, for lack of imagination right now, we would open it in a new window, right? And that button would be ready to go. So then when we're ready to look at it, we'll just preview it. And if you click on make a reservation, it should bring you wherever that link takes you, right? So that quick, that easy, right? And then you would just go through all of this stuff and you would customize it, and you can add video and testimony, and you know, it's a great way to do you like marketing in a box or business in a box, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's so easy to change these images out. I'll show you how to do that, but it's that easy. You just click on the image, right? There it is, image. And then you would just go, let's just say, change that image, right? Remove the asset. I don't want to delete it. We'll just remove it. Remove the asset. And we give you pre-built images and all of that. So you just add the image in. That's simple. Look at that. Less than 5 minutes, you add your images, you change your text, click on the text, and you change the text, right? Everything is so easy to use, it's ridiculous, right? It saves you time, headache, and money. And you if you're like me, you like your images and your videos to be hands-on, and it's done in seconds. So if I make a mistake, it means nothing, right? Ultra fast funnels, same thing. Click on a create a new one, then you click on the different pages, and then you edit the page, right? We ain't leaving now. So y'all get it. These are the different steps. This is the book funnel, right? You add a new step. You can automate, right? Automate means your email sequences, right? So you add a new action, you name it, let's say welcome, right? And the condition is what happens, right? When everyone opts in, email opt in, you hit that action to do, you notify the owner, or you notify whatever you want to do, right? Let's just say you notify the owner, which would be you, that you have an opt-in, and automatically, this is where you would do the email sequence. You go welcome and thank you, and you would save that, and automatically it would go here in your automations, and then you can configure it, tell it, what page is, and all of that stuff. And you got the settings. What domain would you like to host your funnel? You can add a domain, or you can, if you get the domain from us, it's nothing else you have to do. If you get it from like a GoDaddy or somewhere else, then there's a few more steps, right? But we do it for you if you need it, right? We'll do it for you. You can hit the ground running, and this is where um your contacts would come, right? Contacts would come right here, and you can download it, and you got your email list now, right? In minutes. Funnel might take you 30 minutes. Funnel might take you 30 minutes. Logo might take you 5 minutes. Some images. You might really have to think about your email sequence, or you can cheat with an AI like a chat GPT or something, and that'll create your your email sequence, and you can put it into an app, easy CRM app. You can add your customers here. Uh, then you would have a list of customers. And then you would have a broadcast, which is what you would tell the customers to do, and you would automate your workflow. The only thing you would need is a professional email, right? You would just need a professional email. And guess what? We got those for you right here. So you need a professional email. You would add an email account and put all your stuff in and $3.99 a month, right? $3.99 a month for an email account, right? Okay, so after you finish your funnel, you've entered your email sequences, you've automated all of that, right? Then you would need a a domain, right? You need a domain like, a GoDaddy or, GoDaddy or whoever, right? You would need a domain and we got domains for you. So hold on. You can create your own academy. Oh, I didn't want that. Go back. We go back. Create your own. You can create your own academy. That's a different package. This is the basic package, right? This is what when people don't want the extra nuts and bolts and they can do what they can do with this, you would go to domains, right? You need a domain. Click on domains, right? You would add an existing domain if you had one. If you had one of our domains, if you bought it here, then you would just click on that and everything would be done for you, or you could buy a new domain, right? Let's show you how easy it is, right? Let's go to RxFlow, right? So RxFlow is going to be taken. So what happens when the domain is taken? It's going to tell you this domain is not available. Go to the AI domain name generator app. All you got to do is click there and describe your business in a few words. Let's go SaaS white label. White label just means that you can take all of our information off and replace it with your own, right? So domain extensions are .com, whatever, .com, .net, .org, .biz, right? So we can use any extension, any style, right? Styles are classic, modern, whatever. And how long should the domain name be? One word, two words, three words, any of it, and you just click generate. Less than 2 minutes. It usually takes up to 2 minutes. We'll see. We've been testing those theories, and it's never taken as long as it said it is, unless you got a lot of tasks out there. Look at that. That's way less than 2 minutes. All right, so we got different label idea, I mean different domain ideas, right? With the different, designations. .com should be the cheapest of all of the domains. $21.75 per year, right? Before I came upon this um system, I was getting my domain names from you know who, right? I paid more than $21 per month for my domains, and I have several. I have staff services. Uh, I have the bookie publishing. I have Market Make Global, Stratflow Digital, RxFlow. I might be missing a couple, but I'm a serial entrepreneur. And the reason why I'm able to have those many businesses, right, is because I can put these systems on autopilot. And once I start to scale, then I can hire employees. Okay, let's check out. Dot Tech should be a little more expensive on the yearly side. $100.80 per year. Like, break it down. That's what, less than $10 a month? Come on, man. And you can sell this as a service, right? You can always recoup any money you want because you can sell it as a service. That's the whole point of having a white label platform that all you need to do is put your information on there and you can sell it as it is or you can do whatever you want with it, right? So you just let's just say to start a business, to successfully launch a business, right? What do you need? You need a domain, you need business email, you need business phone number. You need business phone number, right? All of that is here for you. Business phone number. Come on, what happened? Oh, there we go. Business phone number, right? Look at it. Look at you would add a new number, put the business name, and it automatically will forward to your phone number, right? Let's put it in, man. Come on, man. This is a no-brainer right here. Like I will forward it to my personal number, right? Click next. He's going to give you a bunch of different numbers for $3.99 per month. $3.99 a month. Multiply that by 1,000 and add $6 on it, making it $6.99 a month, and you're making $6,000 a month. Doing nothing. Doing nothing. Just promoting your products from your product site. This is called a product ecosystem. This is an ecosystem. Everything, simple websites, smart websites. All you got to do with a smart site is put your domain in. Put your domain in and describe your business. Sorry, it's moving a little slow, right? All you got to do is you can import your website, right? And boom, it'll create it for you. Smart website, right? Or you can create a new website. Same as everything. Every process in here is pretty much the same because it's from a prompt, right? So funnels might take you, websites might take you a little longer, but it's all prompts. You could create your own music, your own spokesperson. You've seen those things where everybody talking about AI spokespersons, right? Well, this app right here will allow you to create your own spokesperson, right? So, all right, this might take you a little longer, right? Because you'll generate a script, right? Then you'll choose the voice, choose your avatar. Your avatar could be yourself. You'll generate the result, right? That might take you 10 minutes. 10 minutes, right? So, I don't know, let's just say, hi, my name is Steven. Boom. Then you'll generate your script, right? Product show, right? Oh, that means they'll generate the script for you, right? So you don't even got to generate your own script. You just put the details in there. RxFlow, a SaaS platform, right? And you generate the script for you. That'll take you, well, I don't know. What's time it? Less than 2 minutes? So you can build a business from scratch in less than 24 hours, right? And if you know what you're doing and you got it down pat, you can do it in a few hours. I'm saying I can generate everything I need for a business, plans, business plan, everything, right? So do bang, created the script, less than 2 minutes. We'll continue to the voiceover. Then you can create your own voice, or you can choose from the templates. You choose that, you go to the avatar, and the avatar means the body that's going to be um, speaking these words, and you can create yourself can be an avatar, right? So this would replace you having to do anything, right? Put script in, choose your voice, choose yourself as the avatar, and you got your own digital self, right? That you have your own digital self. You can create whatever you want to create, right? Social media posts, social media personalities. You can do podcasts. You can do whatever you want to do, right? Business phone, email, domain, funnel, product, app. Now the app creation is going to take us out of this site. It's going to take us to our famous AI app creator. We're going to leave the page. App ideas to apps instantly. We even have app ideas that you could use for yourself. SaaS landing page, event code, right? Minutes. It's a prompt. It's a prompt. Everything's a prompt. So what's a prompt? A prompt is just what you tell it to do and it does. It's text. right? Look at it. Look, I just the one with the webinar framework. That's it. Period. I needed to do this, that, and the third, and it does it. And here's the preview, right? Here's the preview. Now, app creation, depending on how technical and complicated your prompt is, might take you 5 minutes, seven at the most, right? And I'm not talking about after you put the prompt in that it's going to take 7 minutes to create the app that you want. I'm talking about with the idea creation plus the app, um, plus the app build, it may take you 5 to 7 minutes. We timed it one time, right? It was what about 7 minutes, right? So all of that, right? AI creation, anything you want, anything you want, you can do. Anything you want, you can do. You can create the funnel, create the image, create the product, create the app, create the domain name, the email marketing, the phone number, whatever you need to do, you can do it immediately, right? It just takes a few minutes, some imagination, and a couple keystrokes, right? And you are on your way to becoming a mogul. An entrepreneur finds this type of system, you immediately become a mogul. So we've pretty much seen that anything's possible with this system, right? And you know, um, the only thing you have to come overcome is your limiting beliefs, right? Your old way of thinking, right? I'm not technical. Well, you don't need to be. I don't have time. This system replaces your time with automation and speed, right? And the ease of use. Well, what if I can't sell? Well, we'll give you support and training on whatever it is you need, right? We don't let you go. We hold your hand all through the process, and you can email me or anybody on my team and you can ask them anything you want and they'll gladly help you, right? And if you don't have to worry about being an expert, the authority comes with the software, right? Anything you can think of, it can do for you, and then you can become the entrepreneur mogul you want to be, right? For example, I had a client named Nathan. Um, he had about 5K, and it doesn't even cost that much to get started, right? But he wanted to build himself a 5K a month idea, right? And so he was playing around with all of these different ideas. Nothing was working, right? He got an idea um, after reading people's complaints and decided to address those complaints. And from a 5K investment that he initially wanted, right? He still used, we helped him build the apps and all the ideas, and he built a $25 million a year business. Understand that. From a $5,000 investment, he built a $25 million a year investment. Now he has about 82 employees from a 5K investment. Some of us spend $5,000 on clothes a year. You know, some of us spend $5,000 on a vacation, right? Then we had there was Adam, right? Adam is the founder of dealpad.io, right? And he was inspired to start his business after successfully building and selling his previous companies, right? He developed a sales framework using Excel during his time at Salesforce, and he saw how it had significant impact on closing deals, and he transformed that framework into a software and created DealPad, a digital sales room, and it helps business to business software organizations increase their sales and conversion rates, right? So if you can think it, you can achieve it, right? So you've seen anything's possible in this day and age, right? So now the choice is yours. right? You can keep doing what you're doing, and you can keep trying to do it the hard way like I was. I hope you have enough money, because it gets very, very expensive and very costly, and I don't wish that on anyone, right? You kill relationships, you know, your health. You'll be juggling a dozen different hats. You have no time to yourself, no time for your family, no time for anything, right? But that's up to you, right? That's just ego talking. That's just limiting beliefs. That's a bunch of things, right? Or you can leverage RxFlow and you can launch instantly, right? You saw it, right? There's no guesswork. There's no technical expertise. There's just you, your imagination, and your thought process. So now your thought process is, what do I want out of life? Uh, how do I want to serve and help people, right? So you can either stay stuck, or you can launch instantly. And I mean instantly, right? Instantly. So this is what you get. What is RxFlow? Excuse me. RxFlow, it's a no code software as a system, software as a service, AI platform with white label customization. Everything is a builder, app builders, funnel builders, everything. Pre-built funnels, funnels. You can build your own funnel. You can build your own website. You can build your own app in minutes. Domains, email, phones, everything, right? You imagine having recurring customers selling software instead of services and scaling without stress, right? So you have a recurring business model. You have everything you need to be successful. Everything. So the choice is yours, right? So you can either wait or you can take action now, right? If you take action now, you get a premium setup, which is a $5,000 value, right? I charge most clients $5,000 to come and set up their system, right? I do about three of those a day. It literally takes me about two hours, 3 hours max, right? You know what I mean? That's $15,000 in a day working 6 hours. Wow, like most people don't make that a month. You get the premium support and coaching, which I charge $2,000 a month, right? That's a $2,000 value, right? You get the live trainings. That's $2,000, right? So you got premium setup, support and coaching, live recorded trainings, right? Live recorded, meaning that we do them live, we record them so you can access them for life. Then I'm gonna throw in the entrepreneur's survival guide, which is a pretty much a blueprint or a map of the entrepreneurial journey and some places where you may get stuck and some things that kill your business, right? So it gives you some type of sense of where you're going, right? For the new people who just want to supplement their income or start a new business and who have never done business before, that's a beautiful thing to have, right? A guide. I wish I had a guide when I got started. I would have a lot more money than I have, but I'm cool where I'm at, right? So you're going to get the entrepreneur survival guide. You're going to get the 5 days to freedom. 5 days to freedom is your blueprint for, especially if you're just starting out, right? So day one would be your corporation formation, and you'll be able to take those documents to the bank and you get funded, right? Day two, day three, day four, day five, you'll have an up and running business ready to go, everything you need, domains, all of the stuff included, right? Um, and you'll also get the autopilot lead generator, right? That is another resource where it breaks down lead generation and lead generation and from A to Z and how to automate your lead generation and where to find customers, how to find customers. from A to Z, right? You get everything you need to be successful is in this package right now, right? This is our premium package. There's a, I think there's a $7,700 value, right? So if I was selling this as the way I normally sell it, I'll go to a business, I'll charge them to be there, set up their systems, and help them get up and running. At least $7,700, right? And not to mention, you get a 14-day free trial, 14-day free trial, right? You're gonna get all of this, right? We call this the premium setup. $5,000 for the premium setup, $2,000 for support and coaching, $2,000 for the live recording, the live recorded recordings, the trainings, right? Then you get the entrepreneur survival guide, 5 days to freedom, the autopilot lead machine, 14-day free trial, app ideas, everything you need to be successful for a one-time fee of $1,000, right? $1,000, 7,700 value for $1,000, right? And let me not speed, right? One-time fee, 70, $7,700 value, right? One-time fee, $1,000, right? And you get 3 months free of the service. We'll have you up and running, ready to go, less than 48 hours, right? This is for the people who are ready to go, who don't want to waste any time. You want to hit the ground running. This is the package, right? Everything you need. Premium. We setting it up. You don't touch nothing. You don't do nothing. You tell me what you want, how you want it, and next day in your email, you have your own automated SaaS system, and you can start selling subscriptions. However you want to do it, you can create your own products. You can sell subscriptions to this, however you want to do it, right? And let's just say right now, $1,000 might seem like a little bit much for you, right? And you're not too sure. You're still going to get 14-day free trial, right? You're still going to get the support, the trainings, entrepreneur survival guide, 5 days to freedom, the autopilot lead machine, 14-day free trial, app ideas, everything you need to do. You just got to do it yourself, right? And we got videos in there how you can do it yourself, right? That's, I think it's a 3,700. Yeah, $3,700 value. You're gonna get that today for 199, and that's 199 per month. $200 times 20 times 12 months is $2,400. So I'm still giving you $1,300 worth of free value right there, right? Everything you want to be successful is right at your fingertips, and it's done quickly. It doesn't take long. All you got to do is choose your path, whether you want us to build it for you or you want to build monthly. So the old way of building your ideas, the old way of building your digital presence is time consuming, costs money. You don't know how to do it, frustration, all of that stuff. We can eliminate that for you, right? But the future begins now. It begins now with RxFlow, right? So imagine what you can accomplish if you could bypass months of tedious setups and technical hurdles. Um, you can launch stunning, high converting websites and custom apps in minutes, not months, not weeks, minutes, all guided by AI. And that AI understands your vision. It's not a far off dream, it's a reality waiting for you on the other side of a click. So choose your path, whether you want us to build it for you or you want to build it monthly. Your empire starts today. Your empire starts today. So if you want to build it now or if you want to build it later, your empire starts right now. I look forward to working with all of y'all. I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Thank you and God bless.